Hey everyone, we're finally back with some real Colts football. The Colts had their practice and it went pretty well overall. No complaints here. Anthony Richardson was outstanding, going 4 of 5 with 3 touchdowns in the red zone drill. He was amazing today. Jonathan Taylor was also there, practicing his running back drills. And keep an eye on rookie Ad Mitchell from Texas. He's going to make a big impact on our offense. There was one thing I didn't like today. Alani Woods had a few drops and didn't perform as well as I'd hoped, but it was his first practice after several injuries, so I won't hold it against him too much. Bren Smith didn't practice today, which was unexpected, but everyone else was there. Even Tyler Goodson and Ashton Dulin, who might not be the biggest names, were out there. Having healthy players is crucial for a long 17-game season. The new kickoff rules are interesting, and the Colts are working on strategies to maximize their offense and get the best field positions. You can see Anthony Richardson and his teammates warming up to his own song, but I can't play it due to copyright issues. The vibes in the team are great, which is a big change from 2 seasons ago with Matt Ryan and Frank Reich. Back then, it was disorganized, with guys showing up late to meetings. Now Shane Steichen has the team believing they can win a Super Bowl. I still think that if Richardson hadn't gotten injured last season, we would have won the division easily. He only played in 5 games and finished 1. Yet we were so close to making the playoffs despite a 4-win season. The Colts had the second lowest odds of making the playoffs, but I'm extremely pleased with where we are now. I haven't felt this positive about the Colts in a long time. Not since Andrew Luck. Even during the season with Carson Wentz, there were highs, but now I truly believe in Anthony Richardson's superstar potential. I think Shane Steichen will get the best out of him, and our defense is improving with a young secondary. Chris Ballard is betting on this young secondary, which is a bit frustrating, but he also bet on the offensive line this season. We saw great performances from Will Freeze and Bernard Ryman, who became one of the better young left tackles in the game. So, we have to trust Ballard's decisions and hope the secondary can take the next leap forward. I'm really excited about Juju Brents, Jalen Jones, and Dallas Flowers. Even before his injury, Flowers looked solid. And we can't forget Kenny Moore, one of the best nickelbacks in football. But let's talk about today's practice. The biggest takeaway is what Shane Steichen said about Anthony Richardson. All summer, we've been wondering if the Colts would limit Richardson's running to keep him healthy. The answer is a clear no. When asked about Richardson's running, Steichen responded, "Are you going to limit Steph Curry from shooting three-pointers?" It's a great analogy because Richardson needs to use his legs to reach his full potential. Yes, there's a risk of injury, but if we want to win a Super Bowl, Richardson has to use his athleticism. Richardson is an incredible athlete with a 40-inch vertical and the ability to outrun many corners, linebackers, and safeties. His speed and strength make him a tough player to tackle. The injury against the Titans was unfortunate, but even Drew Brees had the same injury, and it was beyond Richardson's control. Richardson's legs add a dynamic element to the offense. It's not just about throwing deep or stepping up in the pocket. His running forces defenses to account for another threat. I'm all in on utilizing Richardson as a runner. Look at Josh Allen. He ran a lot early in his career and turned into a star, scoring more touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes since 2018. If Richardson can become like Josh Allen, he'd be an MVP candidate, and the Colts would make the playoffs every year. Building around Richardson is crucial. While the Bills have done a good job with Allen, teams like the Bengals, Chiefs, and Ravens have done even better with their quarterbacks. We need to support Richardson effectively. In last day practice, Richardson started 4 for 4 in his first 11-on-11 reps, with touchdowns to Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman Jr., and Kylan Granson. He finished 4 of 5, an impressive 80%. Many young quarterbacks struggle in the red zone, but not Richardson. He's much farther ahead than he was last year, which is great to see. During 7-on-7s, Richardson took longer to get the ball out, which is normal as he processes the field. He's making noticeable progress, and it's exciting to watch. In last day practice, Richardson showed off his skills by sliding horizontally in the pocket and threading the needle to hit Michael Pittman in the end zone. He squeezed the pass between Juju Brents and Rodney Thomas II, which was an impressive play. Here were the key players in the first unit today: Richardson, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, Alec Pierce, Drew Ogletree, Kylan Granson, Bernard Ryman, Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly, Will Freeze, and Blake Freeland. Since Bren Smith didn't practice, Freeland got some first-team reps. Additionally, Ad Mitchell, Mo Alie-Cox, Jelani Woods, and Will Mallory also saw first-team reps, which is significant. Ad Mitchell is a rookie, so it's understandable that he's not a starter yet. However, by midseason, he could be the wide receiver 3 or even 2. His size and route running ability make him a standout, although his performance after the catch remains to be seen. Richardson will definitely help him improve in that area. Unlike his college quarterback, Quinn Ewers, Richardson brings a different level of play. Jelani Woods is another player to watch. I'm rooting for him to win the tight end 1 spot because he's a mismatch nightmare. Mo Alie-Cox is great at blocking, and everyone will have a role. But Woods can stretch the field and make big plays. Will Mallory was a rookie last season, and even though he was drafted late, he's another valuable weapon. The second unit featured Jake Witt, Wesley French, Danny Pinter, Josh Sills, and Matt Gay. The rookies played right tackle. The third unit included Witt, Lewis Kidd, Tanner Boehm, Dalton Tucker, and Arlington Hambright. As a diehard Colts fan, I know Tanner Boehm because we drafted him, but the third string might seem unimportant now. However, an 18-game season is long, and these players need to be ready. Let's take a look at the defensive starters. Kwity Paye, Grover Stewart, DeForest Buckner, Samson Ebukam, Zaire Franklin, EJ Speed, Juju Brents, Jalen Jones, Kenny Moore II, Julian Blackman, and Nick Cross. It's interesting to see Nick Cross starting, as Ronnie Thomas was a strong contender. Our defensive coordinator, Gus Bradley, rotated in players like Taekwon Lewis, Dayo Odiengbo, Dallas Flowers, and Ronnie Harrison. Harrison, who played linebacker last season, is back to safety and took defensive back drills today. The competition for the third corner spot between Flowers and Jones started well. Jones made a good play in coverage, stopping Mitchell on a fade route in the end zone, and Flowers had a diving pass breakup in front of the end zone. Seeing these safeties making plays is great news, as our secondary struggled last season, which contributed to us missing the playoffs. Grant Stewart, primarily a special teams player, also made a great play in coverage today against running back Evan Hull, with Sam Ehlinger as the quarterback. Stewart is one of my favorite players on the team. Ashton Dulin, who suffered an ACL tear in training camp, is back out there, but Bren Smith is not practicing. Ryan Davis, whom we signed in free agency, is on the active/non-football injury list due to high blood pressure. He will return once his condition improves, according to head coach Shane Steichen. Despite some off-season injuries, everyone else was out there today, including Pittman, Pierce, and Avery, among others.